we are the perfect sort of testing grounds for the modern warfare, and the technology that we produce is cutting edge, and I think European security will benefit from the kind of exchange of and sharing of knowledge and technology, and this will just make us all stronger.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has said this morning there's a long way to go in peace talks with Ukraine, and in the meantime Russia keeps attacking. 4 people were killed in Odessa overnight by Russian drones. So what can Ukraine do? Well, it's now trying to make money to fund the war by selling arms to Western allies. President Zelensky has announced 10 arms export centres across Europe. Yuriy Sak is a former advisor to the Ukrainian Defence Ministry and joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning, Kate.
Can you give us a bit of an update in terms of where things are with, we've heard a lot about peace talks that don't seem to be going anywhere. Russia seems to be attacking ever more. Where do things stand at the moment in terms of concluding this Russian war?
I'm afraid this is one of the very rare occasions where I would have to agree with the war criminal Sergei Lavrov. And I think we are a long way away from the final resolution of this aggressive war against our country, and only because Russia doesn't want to end this war. So we have seen that there have been multiple rounds of negotiations, and every side, Ukrainian side, the American side, everybody's taking these negotiations seriously and is acting in good faith. But unfortunately, Russians, they have not moved their position an inch since they've declared their maximalistic and unrealistic demands half a year ago. So it looks like, it is important to continue these talks because in parallel, we're seeing things like the deterioration of the Russian economy. There are other factors that could signal that Russia cannot fight this war indefinitely, and so we'll have to stick to this peace track. But at the same time, as ancient Romans said, you want peace, prepare for the war. This is why we're building up our defense industry, and this is why we are now, as you mentioned in your reference, we're opening up export opportunities for Ukrainian manufacturers.
And what will that mean for European nations?
Well, primarily, it will make Europe stronger. It will make Europe stronger through alliances between Ukrainian manufacturers and European manufacturers. We all have seen that Russia poses a threat not just to Ukraine, but to Europe overall. We understand that Russia has these anachronistic and crazy neo-imperial ambitions. So, and there's a very good understanding within the leadership of the European countries that the time has come to actually be serious about preparing to defend themselves. So here in Ukraine, tragically and unfortunately, but we are the perfect sort of testing grounds for the modern warfare, and the technology that we produce is cutting edge, and I think European security will benefit from the kind of exchange of and sharing of knowledge and technology, and this will just make us all stronger.
Yeah, and we've heard that argument many times made here in the UK. I have to ask you finally, Yuri, we obviously are talking here in this country about instability when it comes to the government. There is a suggestion that Keir Starmer may not be able to see out his full term in office. What would that mean for Ukrainians? Keir Starmer's obviously leading from the front when it comes to the coalition of the willing. Does it worry you to hear that his government might fail at this point?
We are always worried when there is instability in the countries who support us and on whose help our defense depends. So, of course, we hope that the UK will go through this and will return to stability. But at the same time, we have seen since the beginning of the large-scale invasion, there was Boris Johnson, there was Rishi Sunak, and for us, what is very important for us is that the United Kingdom is united and there's a sort of bipartisan support for Ukraine. And regardless who is in power, who is the prime minister, the UK will stand with us. But of course, we sincerely hope, Keir Starmer has been a great friend of Ukraine, and it's very unfortunate that something so, one could say, insignificant as Epstein files could be a factor in such serious issues. Like this week, the Munich Security Conference will begin. Very serious issues will be discussed, and I hope the world is not distracted by some almost showbiz news when we talk about serious things.
Yuriy Sak, former advisor to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, thank you very much for joining us.